Every classroom has routines. The question is whether you designed them or whether they designed themselves while you were busy teaching content. If you skip this in week 1, the class will fill the vacuum with its own defaults. Chaos on entry, side conversations during transitions, chairs scraping for 5 minutes at the end of every lesson. By October, you're not a teacher anymore. You're a full-time crowd controller. Today, I'm giving you the 3-step system I use to build routines that students actually follow, plus the exact 5 routines you must lock down in your first week. Let's go. First, a distinction most teachers miss. Rules tell students what not to do. No phones, no shouting, no L1. Routines tell students what to do. When the bell rings, take out your notebook, open to a new page, write today's date. Rules are prohibitions. Routines are choreography. You can enforce rules all year and still have a messy class. But when routines are strong, the class runs itself. You just teach. Step 1, name it. Sequence it. Here's the mistake. Teachers try to install a routine by describing it in 5 different ways every time. Okay, everyone quiet? Put your books away? No, wait. First, listen. That's not a routine. That's negotiation. A real routine has 2 things. 1, a name. 2 words maximum. Something you can say once and every student knows what happens next. Not, let's start class. Call it silent start. Not, put things away. Call it book down. Named things stick. Unnamed things drift. 2, a sequence. 3 steps maximum. Written on the board. Not 4, not 5. 3, example. Silent start is 1 name. 3 steps. Step 1, books closed. Step 2, eyes on me. Step 3, wait. That's it. Say the name. Every student runs the sequence. Done in 8 seconds. Rule of thumb. If your routine needs more than 3 steps, it's not 1 routine. It's 2. Split it. Step 2, the trigger. Every routine needs 1 consistent cue that activates it. Same cue every time. Not sometimes, not usually, every time. Because here's what the brain does. When you attach a specific behavior to a specific trigger, and you repeat it enough, the behavior becomes automatic. Students stop having to think about it, which means you stop having to remind them. That's the goal. Automatic response, not obedience. Your triggers can be verbal, a specific phrase. Silent start, 2 words, same tone, every lesson. Sound, a small bell, a chime, a clap pattern. 2 claps means listen. 3 claps means stand. Visual, a hand signal. Raised hand means silence. 2 fingers means pair up. The type doesn't matter. Consistency does. The killer mistake is having 5 different ways to signal the same routine. Okay, class. Guys, listen. Everyone quiet, please. Hey. You've just taught them your signals mean nothing. Pick one, use only that one. For weeks. Pro tip, if you use sound, invest $3 in a small classroom bell. That single tool becomes shorthand for half your routines by October. Step 3, the reset. This is the step that separates routines that stick from routines that die on the floor. Here's what happens the first time you try a new routine. You'll give the trigger. Half the class will do it right. Half will half do it. 2 students will do it completely wrong. 90% of teachers at this moment do one of 2 things. Option 1, they get frustrated and lecture. Come on, guys. I said silent start. Why are you still talking? I've told you this 3 times. Option 2, worse. They just continue. They give up. They accept 60% compliance because they don't want to be the annoying teacher. Both of those choices kill the routine forever. Here's what you do instead. 3 words. Wrong, reset, redo. The moment the routine is not executed 100% correctly, you stop. You say calmly, not quite. Let's do that again. You wait for the reset. You give the trigger. They redo it. You do this in week 1, ruthlessly. Every time. Even if it takes 7 attempts. Yes, it feels aggressive. Yes, students will roll their eyes. Yes, it will slow down day one. But here's what you're doing. You're programming their nervous system to associate the trigger with the correct full sequence, not a lazy version of it, not a 70% version, the full thing. Do that in week 1. And by week 3, you'll say the trigger and get 100% response with 0 repeats. Forever. Skip resets in week 1, and you spend the rest of the year begging for compliance. One more thing on this. The reset is tiring for you the first few days. Do it anyway. Every reset you do in week 1 is 50 resets you don't do in October. Okay, so which routines? You can't build 20 routines in week 1. You'll fry yourself. You'll fry the students. Pick these 5. Skip the rest until later. Routine 1, the entry. How students walk in, sit down, and prepare for class. Trigger, the moment they cross the door. Sequence, bag under desk, notebook out, eyes forward. Routine 2, the attention signal. Your one non-negotiable, stop and listen cue. Bell, phrase, or hand signal. Pick one. Every student stops within 3 seconds. Routine 3, the answer routine. How students answer questions. Hand up, wait to be called. Full English sentence, no fragments, no L1. Same expectation every time. Routine 4, the transition. Moving from one activity to another. Trigger, your phrase like, pack up, pair up. Sequence, materials away in 10 seconds. Chairs turned, new partner facing. Routine 5, the exit, how they leave. Trigger, not the bell. You dismiss the class, not the clock. Sequence, chairs pushed in, workspace clear. Waiting behind their chair for dismissal. 5 routines, named, sequenced, triggered. Reset until automatic. Nail these 5 in your first week, and you've built the operating system for the entire year. 3 fast mistakes to avoid. Mistake 1, too many routines at once. You cannot install 10 routines in week 1. Pick 5. Nail them. Add more in week 3. Mistake 2, changing the trigger. If Monday's silent start cue is a bell, Tuesdays cannot be your voice. Same cue every day for weeks before you change anything. Mistake 3, enforcing routines when you're tired, skipping them when you're not. The whole point is consistency. If you reset on Monday but skip it on Thursday because you're exhausted, students learn the routine is optional. Every skipped reset is a rule you just deleted. I've put all 5 routines, with the exact names, sequences, and trigger scripts I use in my own classroom, into a free classroom routines checklist. If this helped, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.